we'll let the man know finished start.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach, I think judging by maybe let's just start about the importance of these two matches for you, and it's post the AFCON now, and all eyes are on South Africa, if, especially from the opposition. They are impressed by what they've seen. What are your expectations from these two games?
First of all, we have to know that it will be the only two friendly games we will play in the next 2 years. The other games we will play will be qualifiers for World Cup, qualifiers for AFCON next year. So this is a great opportunity to call some new players. Certainly also looking to the future. I said it already, there are a few players in our group who will be 35, 34, 36 when World Cup is playing in 26. So yes, we have to look for replacement also. And we have to see those games, one, for that, to give the opportunity to new players, younger players, to show them if they have the Bafana Bafana level. And secondly, okay, there's two different types of two different styles of opponents. One side you have Andorra, we can compare it with Namibia. So tough team, a team who will wait and try to be dangerous in transition. And at the other side you have Algeria, ranked 5th in the CAF ranking. So that means that you have two different styles, and it's good for the team, certainly also to play against Andorra, but certainly to play against such a good team like Algeria. They have a new coach, they will have new players certainly also in the selection. So it will be a good test for those new players who are with us now to prove them, and therefore those friendly games are important, and you have to do results if you want to keep your 10th place or maybe progress even in the ranking, in the CAF ranking.
Coach, I mean, in terms of the AFCON really brought a lot of South Africans to fall in love back with the team. The support has been good. In terms of building on that and going forward, what do you think needs to happen for Bafana and everything else to build on what happened at AFCON and not let that be the end?
You know, it's easy. Yeah, you have first the qualifiers for the World Cup already in June. So two, maybe key games, because you play in Algeria and you play against Zimbabwe at home. So you can already make a statement there. This is first. Then you will have from September the qualifiers for AFCON next year. So what will be important too. We want to be in AFCON again, that is for sure, and maybe try to do better than we did in January now. So there are great opportunities for us to progress, to still progress, and to become one of the good teams in Africa. It will not be easy because we are only 10th for the moment, but already 10th. So we have to try to keep those position and even progress in the ranking. Try to be 9th or 8th, because it's very important when the draws are there. You are a protected country when you are in the first 10, and the more you go up, the more you are protected. So this is something we have to keep now. It took us long to be there, and it should be a little bit unacceptable if we should now, after that, fall again to place 12 or 13 in 5-6 months. So it's a great challenge for this team, but I'm not afraid of it. We showed on AFCON what we can do. It's up to us to go on.
And if I can add, can you just please share with us a bit details in terms of the meeting that you'd like to have with the PSL chairman, in terms of the motivation and what is it that you'd like to get out of that meeting? And the second part is part of that. I mean, you've talked a lot in terms of not being able to meet with the coaches and having tried several times. And one of the things why are you not going to meet the coaches where they work? Because that's
I
one
said
of the
already
things
that I don't want to make 16 travels and 16 times to say the same story to a coach. How can you progress in your relationship if you go visiting every coach in private? So when he asks something or when he says something, I just can answer to him. There will be no interaction with other coaches. So what the use is that to travel 16 times to different clubs? So therefore I don't want to do that. I want them together and see that everyone will tell what he has to tell. It's easy when we are together alone in the room to tell something. No, tell it when everybody is there and try to have a discussion, if there has to be a discussion. And you can progress when you discuss about some things. And this is what I wanted from the beginning when I was here. So this is something we discuss now with Mr. Khoza. But there are other things also. So we have new players now that we have. When we see new players, we only can see them in Bafana Bafana. But because the clubs will not release them when we play for Olympics. They will not release them when we play for qualifiers for CHAN. But it's not always, I can't always test the players with Bafana Bafana because you play qualifiers. You can't take the risk that it will not succeed. So you can, if they can play a level, well, then they can show their skills. And they have international games. What is important for those players? And it will be more easy for me then to see, okay, Olympics, okay, CHAN, this one is ready to come with Bafana Bafana. Now I have to look at it in my team. And I can do it for friendlies, but sorry, I can't do it in June with that team. It's impossible. So therefore, again, I hope that there is a little bit collaboration also from clubs and from PSL, that they release the players for those games, so we can build a team. And this is important also for Bafana Bafana, but also for South African football, that South Africa is on CHAN, that South Africa is in Olympics, that South Africa is on AFCON, is in World Cup. Because you see what happens now because we were third. Suddenly, everybody looks different to South Africa. So if you can be in all those tournaments, you will progress as a nation, you will progress, your football will progress. But we need a little bit collaboration for everybody. You can't do it on your own.
Coach, just as a follow-up, how soon are you likely to have this meeting? Is there an indication?
I saw the Mr. Jordan, the president of SAFA, Saturday on the game, and he said, "Okay, this week we will talk to Mr. Khoza. When? I don't know. We will see. But I really hope, that the meeting will go on. I hope, but I wait now to have confirmation when we will see each other. Well, I don't know when."
Coach, if the meeting if it takes place and it doesn't have a positive outcome for what you want to do and achieve with this national team, is it a deal breaker for you? Can you still continue coaching Bafana if you don't get what you want?
Yeah, why not? Why not? But then everybody has to take in account that if they want to if they want to see progression in South African football, that is not possible. I'm really sorry. You can't always count on Bafana Bafana. You need what do you call that?
Foundation?
Yeah, foundation. Now, the last 2 years, it was us who looked for the players. It was us who tried to players. This is not the right way to work. They have to show already before. But on international tournaments, when they go to CHAN, when they go to the Olympics, this is what we want. And then you can start building up. So we need a little bit collaboration from clubs and from PSL. And I hope they understand it. And that is what I want to explain.
Yeah, Coach, just going back on this topic.
Yeah. Just maybe, what are you then saying to the association on this? Because when it's International Week, those players are available for the juniors to get a chance to run. What are you saying to the association in terms of getting the players active during this break for the good of Bafana?
Yeah, but like Chan, it's not always played in a FIFA week.
Yeah, I meant that using the space
Yeah,
of
in
the
the FIFA
international
week there is no problem. There is no problem. You can, if you play for Chan in the FIFA week, okay, you call the players. The teams have to release their players.
I think he means like friendly matches.
Yeah,
there's
but-
no
but-
under 23s or under 20s playing now. You can get
Yeah,
the
but this
players.
is also something, and I said it already in the past. They don't play enough. They don't. They just play when there is qualifying. And then there is 8-0, and there's nothing happening. And then the one who is playing minus 18, 8 months later, is not anymore minus 18. And then you have to look for other players. So there is no following up. So yeah, let's hope we can make a plan of that. But again, it's not only us, and then I think of SAFA, of the South African Football Federation. You need also collaboration, you need also support from other important things, and that's are the clubs. This is PSL. And if they don't support it, it's impossible.
Yeah, Coach, just to turn the attention to the selection now, especially looking at the 10 changes, one can clearly see that you are now building for the future, looking at who is not there, besides those who are not there for injuries, but also looking at who you're bringing in.
Yes, it again, what I said in the beginning, it was a great opportunity to do it. And I said it already before, little by little we have to think about replace some players. Not for the near future, but thinking of 26, maybe already thinking of AFCON next year. And this was the opportunity to do it. You know, as you see in those players, those new players who are there are 3, 4, 5 players who are 22, 23 years old. We have still Maseko, who is injured now, also a player of 22. Magopa, also a player of 22, 23. So we are starting and trying to have younger players in our team in function of what will come in the next months and in the next years. So it's a great opportunity for those players to show what they can, because there is no pressure. It's friendly. If we lose, okay, it should not be good, because again the ranking is there. But well, it's not a problem. It's friendly. So they have they have a fantastic situation to show their skills. We will not put pressure on them. Just play, guys, and show us. So I hope we will find some players between them who could be for the next, maybe not for June, but later, on who we can count, because that should be a big step forward for the next years.
Coach?
Was there a temptation to also include some of the younger, the 19-year-olds like Moffo King, Campbell, who are scoring goals, and how close are they?
Yeah, but those who are there are there. But there are still some on the list. And we will look them. If you were talking about Mafoken of Pirates, he's a very interesting player. He's a very young player also. So we will see if he can keep his position in Pirates. Okay, then maybe there will become a moment that we call him. But it's very good. This is very good that we detect those players and that we follow those players. And on the right moment we will call them. You can be sure of it.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Coach, we saw how different the level at AFCON is, obviously very higher than the PSL. Does that then say to our teams that they should take the CAF Champions League a bit seriously, more like what Sundowns are doing and competing on that stage?
You know, players of Sundowns helped us a lot with the experience they have, or they had. They played the Champions League. Yeah, this is also different of PSL, so they are used to play on a higher level. But what they did, and what all players did, they even got one level higher than that, because we needed to. If we shouldn't succeed to do that, we never should be third. Never. So that means that they can do it. So the possibilities and the potential is there to play a higher level. And then we have to count on PSL. Then we have to count that maybe, and this is something I want to discuss also with coaches. Maybe we have to train differently. Maybe we have to ask more from players. Again, Benny McCartney said that players have a too good life here. He said it, I didn't say it. So maybe it's true. So maybe we have to be a little bit more severe with them. Maybe we have to ask them more to be more professional. Not only on the pitch, also outside the pitch. So these are things we have to discuss. And if we can succeed to do that, maybe the battle to be champion will be harder than it is now in PSL. And I was very happy with what I saw last Saturday in the derby. It was really a good derby. Last year it was boring. This year it was a good derby. It was a good game. And the one who won deserved it to win because they were the best team. But there was rhythm in the game, there was intensity in the game, there were goals, there were good football. So those games we have to see more, and automatically your level will be higher.
Coach, you've been saying for quite a while that you're obviously looking for a long-term replacement for Themba Zwane. What kind of qualities are you looking for in that particular position? What boxes should that player tick to play that role?
I think and excuse me that I look at his name because Maswangani. So what I saw from him, and I think he can be the one for the future. I saw him playing Wednesday, and after the game we talked with Helman and we said, But then I saw him playing Saturday. He played a very good game. And this is what I want to see from him in Bafana Bafana. So when he can achieve that level also with us, he can be someone for the future. He can be someone that can replace Themba for the future. I don't think about him. I don't think about to replace Themba now. But we have to think. Themba is 35 nearly, so we will be 36, 37 in 26. And you know, when you have that age, it can happen. And then we have to be ready. So let's hope that he is the one, and that we have solved that problem already for the near future.
Coach, when you look at Maswangani, I mean, obviously he's already 25.
Yeah.
And isn't that maybe a bit of a worry that, for long term, for somebody who can replace it?
Okay, 25. This is a guy for the next, if he is good enough, for the next 7 years. It's not because you're 32 that you are finished. So you are good for the next years. You are good for 26, if he is really the guy. But I prefer that people are younger, and therefore again, there is Polis, there is Mokoena. So those guys are 22, 23. So this is more future. But okay, 25, 26 is not really a problem. It starts to be a problem if he should be 28, 29. That means that he is already over the 30 when we play in 26. So, but no, this is not. I think you can have a problem if you take players of 24, 25, 26, but you have to try to have less players that are already now 28, 29, and 30.
Coach, is that why we don't see Mbunjana and Mtetwa in the squad now because of that age?
Not only, it's not because you're a young player that I take you with Bafana Bafana, but I think that Mbanjwa played good games with Amazuli.
Now Mbunjana from Galaxy and Mtetwa from Chiefs, they're both out. And they 30, above 30.
I don't know why they are now coming on surface. You have to ask the clubs where they come from. But maybe, and I told it already, there is a change in PSL. More and more clubs give chances to young players. When I came here, I was really surprised to see so much older players in the teams. Also Sundowns. Sundown was a team with all the players. You see now, they give chances to young players. And also other teams, Stellenbosch, name it, Pirates, they give chances to younger players. And this is a good evolution, really a good evolution. So those players, why didn't they get the chance with Chiefs and I don't know, with other teams? I don't know, ask them. But I'm very happy that they are there now. Maybe we could find them a few years earlier. And that depends of the chances they get in the clubs. And that depends also of the coach who is for the national team and is not afraid to take young players.
Coach, someone like Kanyisa Mayo was not in your preliminary squad. What would you say, and also he was a leading goal scorer when you look at the South Africans. Is there maybe a different kind of a striker that is not ideally how he's being played or how we've seen him play?
You know why Mayo was not in AFCON? Mayo was not in AFCON because he was good months ago, but he didn't progress. He needed to do that step more to be a real Bafana Bafana player, but he didn't. So therefore he was not with us on AFCON. Now, okay, with all the injuries we had, I give him again a chance. So it's up to him to show, okay, I can reach that level of Bafana Bafana. And if he can, okay, we have again a good striker, more, a young one. So that means that for the future, okay, we have a less problem.
What are you expecting from him, Coach?
I find that Mayo is sometimes really out of the game. You're looking at him and you don't see him. He's there, but no action, nothing. You can't be like that as a striker, certainly not on the level we play. So I think it's also maybe a mental problem for him to have that mentality of, hey, I want to show it. So again, it's a nice guy and I liked him, therefore he was with us. Because there is potential, but he need to make that step. And if he don't, he will always be someone who score goals. We will never reach an international level that we want.
So it's not about scoring goals; it's about the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's not enough. Okay, you can wait and wait and wait, and then he scores, and okay, but yeah. I think this is not what we want. You can do that with Messi, but not with Mayo. I'm very sorry. So yeah, he has to prove more. He has to show more. He has to be in the game, and this is sometimes not the case with Mayo. And when he does that on international level, he don't touch a ball, and then you play with 10.
Coach, recently you were. I mean, I know in Cote d'Ivoire you did commit yourself to Bafana and South Africa and all that stuff, but recently there were stories that you are flirting with one of the clubs in Belgium and all that. Can you just put us in our confidence as to, are you still committed to this project and, can you dismiss those links and that kind of thing? Are you still focused and committed to Bafana Bafana?
You know, and I'm honest with that, I doubted to go on with Bafana Bafana, of several reasons. One of the reasons was my family. So I had a meeting with Mr. Jordan, the president of SAFA. I think on Sunday. We played on Saturday for the third or fourth place, and on Sunday morning I had a meeting with him in the hotel. And I explained my worries and I explained my problems. So it was my family. So I think we we have a solution on that, I will never be again 2 months or half here in South Africa without seeing my family. There was the bad relationship with PSL. I think the solution is there now, so we will talk. That's the only thing I ask. So there were other things that I discussed with him, and I think we had a solution for that. So for me, the situation was good to stay with South Africa. So I'm here and I stay here. Except, you never know what happens in football. What you say today can be the opposite tomorrow. But there is no intention to leave South Africa. Even there are rumors, and again, there are only rumors. There is no. There was one concrete contact, but I refused it. So we will see. But for me, I think I will go on if nothing really happens. I go on to 26.
And Coach, how are you planning on managing the Percy situation? Because obviously someone who's very influential for Bafana, and like you said, that he wants to play regardless of what is happening, but for his protection and also for the national team's good.
I don't understand.
I'm saying, how are you planning on handling the Percy situation going
the
forward
Percy
for his
situation, but
and for the national teams? Because
again, it was not fair what people did with Percy. Not at all. You can criticize someone, but the way they attacked Percy on social media and also in the press is not fair. So he was really down at the end of AFCON. So I said to him, I will call you later, because I saw it. So I called him and we have a good chat on telephone. And I said to him, look, it's not the moment that you come back to South Africa now. It's too fresh. If you are unlucky to play a bad game in those friendlies, it will be worse. So stay there. Stay there, that everything is going down now, and in 4 months it will be away, and then you come back with us and you show them. And he wants to come. He said, no, I will not call you. You will not be there for the friendlies. I call you in June again. So that's why Percy is not there.
All right, guys.
Thank you
very much for your time.
Thank you.
Merci.